And go. Listening, loyalty, communication. Yeah, now you feel like a black belt. You guys are welcome to watch. All right, ready? Research. Yeah. Acceptance. Confidence. Listening. Loyalty. Communication. Good. I'm going to take it easy. Circle into a kind of a group. Find some people to be with. Communicate. All right. How do you develop trust for yourself? That's our first goal. What does it mean to trust yourself and develop trust for yourself? You've been working on it for several weeks now. Okay?
Keep your inside and your outside clean.
Okay, keep your body clean. Yeah, showing good respect for yourself. Absolutely. Henry?
Not saying.
Oh, there are no knots.
Only saying positive things about yourself.
There you go. So only saying positive things. Let's start there. I want you to go around your group. I want 3 I am statements. So one at a time. So he'll say one, then she'll say one, then he'll say one, and then a second one, and then a third one. All right, ready? Go.
I am.
I'm sure.
I'm going to make it strong.
I'm strong.
I am the maiden twins.
Five,
I am.
4, 3,
That's what
2,
I'm smart.
1, and time. 2 laps. All right. So, what is the importance of I am statements? Why are we changing our creed and everything you do focuses around I am? What do you think, Brett?
Because we symbolizes that the thing can be any of us. It doesn't specifically state that it's us. I symbolizes that what we're saying applies to us and us only when we say.
Okay. So an I statement's personal. When you say I am a black belt leader, guess what you have to start doing? Acting like a black belt leader. All right. So that's why we're going to be working on that. So every morning you wake up, should be at least 3 I am statements. Now the challenge, same drill, round 2, no repeats. 3 new I ams. Ready? Go.
I am.
Now I really should.
What? Right? Yes, I think myself.
Road green, ho, road burn.
I am very knowledgeable in the language of Finnish.
Time. 2 laps. All right, so the challenge becomes I am should be one word after starting your sentences. It's not a whole other sentence, it's one word. Right? I am strong. I am athletic. I am
Smart.
good, because now guess what? Now you have to go around 3 and you say, how do you know? Or prove it. I am? How do you know?
I can break a blue board with one kick, sir.
All right, not everybody can do that. That's pretty strong. All right, so that's the idea now. You can't just say something and not believe it and not be able to back it up.
Exactly.
Right? So if you say, I am smart, how do you know?
You
Quick, Devin?
know, math problem. Then math problem. Oh, then.
Okay. All right, so lots of different ways to measure it, but that's the idea that we want to start working on. So 3 I ams, every day, and then parents, you're welcome to challenge them. How do you know? Or prove it. All right? Good. So, what's our first pillar was?
Respect.
So we talk about first pillar is trust. So we already talked about trust for ourselves. What's our second level of trust? Trusting our parents. Right? So what are some things you do to show respect to your parents? Round your circle. Go.
So.
How do you respect your parents?
What I'm told. The first time
Five, four, three, two, one, and time. Oops. All right, so we start taking into a black belt leader. Somebody who respects their parents makes their bed every day. Every day. Without having to be told. Somebody who respects their parents goes to bed on time without having to be told it's bedtime.
Sir.
I know. You hear some dwindling yeses. But when the rubber meets the road and it's time to do it, are you doing it? People who respect their parents get their homework done without their parents having to triple check over their shoulder that you're doing it.
Yes, sir.
People who respect their parents get themselves up in the morning and don't let mom or dad come in and wake them up like a little baby.
Yes, sir.
People who respect their parents get their own breakfast in the morning. And even on weekends, serve mom or dad breakfast in bed. Yes. And I might get a couple on that one. So, when we're talking leadership, this is what we're talking about. Right? So, everybody show me an up block. Everybody do that, right? That's pretty easy. Good. Can everybody make their bed? It's just as easy. It takes 30 seconds if you're slow. Right? You wake up, you turn around, it's right there. If you have trouble making your bed, do you think you're ever going to be successful at anything else in life? Okay? Do you think everything else in life is harder than making your bed? Pretty much. So if you're not able to make your bed, how are you going to do the harder stuff? Just like we talked about in karate. If you're not able to tie your belt, how are you going to do a spinning back kick and break a board? How are you going to do a 360 roundhouse and break a board? Right? These guys got through some really cool combinations last night. They weren't super simple, were they? All right, so you have to build up to it. So your guys jab cross, hook cross, that's one of a 14-point hit series. They were doing all 14 points last night.
Sure.
So everything builds up and gets tougher. That's why you earn that right with your next belt. Make sense? All right, so real quick, talk as a group. What is the number one way you are going to start showing mom or dad that you respect them? As a group, go. 1 minute. It's got to be fast. How are you going to respect your parents? Got to agree on whatever it is. Sides of choices.
Yeah. You do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, here's some. What do you got?
Going to bed the first time without a mom or dad.
Why is there a first time? Going to bed on time without mom or dad having to say it's bedtime. Good? You guys come up with? Do the dishes every night for the rest of your life. That's what I heard. You guys said,
By helping them around the house without helping the rest.
okay, I'm going to do extra things around the house to be helpful. Doing your own chores is not helping mom or dad. That's just being responsible. But doing something extra above and beyond would be good. Ladies? Yasmin? You already are independent. Clarify.
Taking care of yourself, making sure your needs are met on a daily basis without mom and dad having help.
Wow, what color is the kettle?
It could be great.
It could be, but okay. So you're taking care of yourself, getting the sleep that you need, mental health days. You guys got?
Look at your parents while speaking.
Okay, we're going to look at mom or dad whenever they are speaking to us. People who respect their parents never yell from across the house. What? Should never ever come out of your mouth in the house. Yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. All right, that's what we're looking for. Last one, while you're just sitting there. So, people who respect themselves learn something new every single day. What's something new you've learned today? Who's got something? Alex, what did you learn today?
Helping watch the babies. Sure that they don't catch the house on fire.
Good, that's taking care of them, but I want you to learn something new. What's something you learned today? What made you smarter today? Yeah,
I learned about money.
you learned about money, that it exists, or
I learned that it's called
okay,
it's the stuff that you can hold and help the actually
okay. What's the other stuff called?
physical training.
Go. Which one's better?
I would say
Okay. You make an argument for that. One more. You learned today, Zach?
All of the USA debt was made out of pennies, so it's almost 50%.
Holy moly! The entire debt of the United States were pennies and could make it to Pluto. That's a lot of pennies. A lot of pennies. Right?
I found out that China emits 33% of all CO2 in the world.
Okay. Is that a lot?
A lot, sir.
It is? Okay.
Very a lot.
Right, because there's like billions of people there.
Yes, there are building people.
Maybe. All right, stand up. Curtis Valley, yes, I can. Hey, you're my test. Thank you for working with me. Go stand in front of mom and dad. Tell them what you just learned. Go. Don't you dare go the wrong way. Oh, a brown belt go the wrong way. Oh, 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 oh. 30 seconds. Something you learned, something you're going to start doing. Five, four, three, two, one, and time. All right, so about some goals. When is your apprentice black belt testing date? You don't know it off the top of your head. You're spinning your wheels. Who knows their date? Uh-oh. Who doesn't know their date? Got 1 minute, figure it out. Welcome back, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead and see it.
I know your date.
Go ahead and see it.
Sir, can I go over there and?
You can look at the sign if you want to do the math that way, sure. You need a visual. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
22 minutes. 22.
1, and time. Paragraph 2, go. All right. Who remembers we did this exercise about 6 months ago? Why are we doing it again?
To refresh our memories.
Why do we have to refresh leaders' memories?
We overcrowded.
We shouldn't have to remind you. Leaders know their deadlines. Leaders come prepared.
So,
Yes, sir.
Right? That's why there was a sign up on the wall for about 2 months that said, if you're this color, this is your date. If you're this color, this is your date. And what I tell you to do with that sheet? Look at it.
Look at it.
All right? So then that way you should be tracking forwards. Let me help you with some basic math. It's 3 years to apprentice black belt. 1 year to green, it's 2 years to red. Figure it out. Go.
so,
Everybody's less than 3 years. If you're a white belt, it's 3 now. If you're a yellow belt, it's just under 3. If you're a green belt, then 2 years. Yeah.
一年，
一年干嘛？
一年不到。
5,
那我看到发展。
3, 2, 1, and time. Right, stand tall in the group in front of your parents. Pillars! Nice and strong like a black belt, boys. Confident communication is important. So, how does a confident communicator look?
strong,
Strong. What does strong look like?
tall, good postures.
Okay? So, back is up straight. Eyes are on whoever you're speaking to. All right? All the pillars. 3, 2, 1, go!
Respect. It's not what you know, it's what you do. Trust, caring, honesty, acceptance, kindness, loyalty, adequate communication.
Good. Now we can do it louder.
Please, sir.
Good. Leaders lead. Ready? Go!
It's not what you know, it's what you do. Trust, caring, loyalty, acceptance, kindness, confidence, listening, loyalty, adequate communication.
All right. Good job. Parents, raise your hand if you've heard your child yell louder when they were really mad. All right. Let's go. All right. That's how loud this should be. Your loudness. All right. Find the volume. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Respect. It's not what you know, it's what you do. Trust, caring, acceptance, kindness, confidence, listening, loyalty, adequate communication.
Much better. Go ahead, take a knee.
Sir.
Good. How does it feel when you do it louder? Does it feel stronger or weaker?
Stronger, sir.
Right? So if you're ever feeling in a position where you feel weak, speak up. And you start to feel stronger, that puts you in a better position or at least feeling about it. All right, how's it? Does it look good when you're looking somebody in the eye? Should you look them in the eye or should you be looking down at the floor? Always look at the person you're speaking to for proper respect. All right, that helps. Now, there are some people that have a tough time doing that because of circumstances. And that's fine. We've got secret ways around that. All right, so specifically, I'm not aware of anybody in here. People who are autistic, if they're somewhere on the spectrum, they have a tough time making eye contact. It's very uncomfortable. It can cause them physical pain to try to look somebody in the eye. So for you to sit there and go, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me! All right? You're making it hard for both of you guys. So what you do then is instead of looking at the person in the eye, you look at their chin. Suddenly, it now looks like you're looking at them, but you don't have to feel so uncomfortable. All right? There's lots of little tricks and things to do whenever you find something difficult. Let's talk about difficult things for a quick second. All right, is what we're doing right now easy or hard?
Easy, sir.
Pick one. Is it easy or hard?
Easy, sir.
Okay. Why do you guys find it easy? I'm glad you said that, but why is it Roosevelt?
We practice every day, sir.
Okay. If you practice these skills, they become easy skills, right? Do you think everybody who's in leadership is here tonight?
No, sir.
No, we have a lot of people taking this cycle off with my special air quotes. I'm not sure what that means. Right? But what starts to happen is, let's do that. Why do you think somebody takes the class off or leadership off or stops coming altogether? Take a guess. What do you think, Roosevelt?
Sometimes you're sick.
So, okay, if you're sick, that would be a good reason. Because I don't want you here when you're sick, because I don't want it. Ugh. Right? Well, it's too hard. So, guess what leaders do when they find something that's hard? We celebrate. You say, yes! Because that means you're about to learn something new. What do most human beings do? When something's hard, what do?
They walk away.
Walk. They run away. Some people sprint. So that is your challenge. Whenever you're coming up with something that's hard, you think you're going to run into something that's hard at school this year?
Yes, sir.
Pretty much guarantee it's going to. All right? And you've got two choices. Tackle it or run away. Which one's going to help you better?
Tackle it, sir.
All right, so talk to mom or dad about 30 seconds. What do you think might be the biggest challenge of the school year this year, and how are you going to prepare to tackle it? Go.
This year, so accelerate. We have to clarify.
Three, two, one, and time. 2 cups. All right. Who's got one? Somebody share. Sure. I'm sorry, which test? Math. Math 6 tests. Okay. What's hard about that? What type of math is that? 6th grade math test covers 6th grade math. All right, here we go around in circles, parents. Not just you guys. What type of, is it addition? Is it subtraction? Is it multiplication? Is it fractions? Is it decimals? You're just going to repeat everything I say that. Can't. Yeah, it's just all that. All right. So, how can you prepare for a test that you know is going to be hard? Start practicing now, right? Again, one of the biggest mistakes people make, don't be one of these people. What's on the test? Just tell me what page do I have to study, because then I'll study that page for the test. Doesn't work, right? Learn the subject. Once you learn the subject, then you'll be able to answer any question about it. That's when you become super powerful in your brain. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, what's one more? Something's tough. Alex, what is going to be tough this year in school? Oh, no, that's going to be easy, because if you don't, I'm just going to pop you in the nose. There we go. I like that better. All right? Should we have a problem with keeping our hands to ourselves if we're in martial arts?
No, sir.
Right? Now, where does that come from? Because of the CNNs with confidence. Right? If somebody starts picking on me, I'm confident that I can take care of myself. So I don't have to. Now, there's a difference, Alex. I always want you to protect yourself if somebody's going to try to hurt you. But that's not keeping your hands to yourself. That's two different things, right? So if somebody's calling you names, is it okay to punch them?
No, sir.
What about just push them and knock them down?
No, sir.
Yeah, but what if they said something really mean?
No, sir.
What if they said something like your mom wears army boots?
No, sir.
I know, that's getting really nasty. At least it was like 45 years ago. Right? So the idea is nobody really can say anything that should be able to cause you to have to punch them. We only use martial arts as self-defense. Now, this part's easy, right? Somebody tries to punch and we parry and we block. What's a harder self-defense? You're stupid. You're ugly. Your glasses are dumb. You've got braces.
That's what the film says.
So, when somebody says something to make fun of you, we've talked about this before, right? Is it okay that it hurts your feelings?
Yes.
Right? We're human. It's possible. But what I want you to work on is where does that come from? Meaning the source. What is the number one place in the world that you always listen to and you always believe? Kevin? Almost. That's the second one. So let's keep that one. There's one before your parents. There you go. Everybody say myself.
Myself.
Right? So, do you think your glasses look dumb? then who cares what anybody else thinks? If you like them, end of story. Right? If they hate your haircut, if they hate whatever, so what? Right? That's what leaders are doing. That's what we want you guys. So that's called emotional self-defense. Everybody say emotional self-defense. That's 100 times harder than this stuff. Right? Somebody punching at you, you're like, oh, I can get out of the way. Oh, I can get out of the way. But somebody says something that hurts your feelings, that's a little bit tougher. But that's the secret to it. Think about who's saying it. You always come first. Then who was second, Devin? Your parents. That's the second circle. If your parents say it, it's true. Right? Then next would be your best friends. Right? Then the next one would be your good friends. Then after that, it's people at school. Huh? Who are the people usually saying something? In those circles, which one? People at school. That's the outside circle that you should care least about. Right? So, who wants a super cool ninja trick to use for school this year?
You said.
Alright. We can do two of them real quick. So, who can be nasty? Somebody give me something nasty. Roosevelt, go ahead, be nasty. What would somebody, not just, you wouldn't have, you don't have to say it to me, right? But what was something that somebody would say that would be nasty?
You smell poop.
You smell like poop. Okay. That could bother you, couldn't it? You ready for a secret? Watch this. Huh? Do I smell like poop? What? No. Oh, okay. Problem solved. But what do most people do? Go ahead, Rosa, give it to me again.
You smell poop.
No, I don't! Shut up! Now, what does that person know? They now have power over me because they know how to push my buttons and get me upset. Oh, there's your challenge. Don't let people get you upset. Right? Again, it's easy to say. It's a little bit harder to do. So, 30 seconds. Talk to mom or dad. Tell them. Right? Parents, be prepared to be enlightened. Tell your parents some of the biggest insults you've heard at school. Not necessarily about you, but just you've heard somebody say about somebody else. 30 seconds. Go.
我没有，不太啊。
我在挑的时候。
没有，你也没有。
不讲。
Me or anybody? Don't have friends that will do sometimes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
不知道。
and time. Two laps. All right. Who's got one? One that you can share. Hey, what do you got? Okay. So somebody looked at another person and said, "You're the worst kid in the world." That.
Someone from my school made fun of my friend for his haircut.
Okay. So you said your haircut. What about it? Can you be specific? Was your haircut looks dumb? It looks
weird.
It looks weird. Okay. That could be upsetting. Any others? What? Okay. Somebody swearing at you? Cool. What gives curse words power? There's a conversation for you to have at home with mom or dad. Words are just words. You choose to give them power or not power. Now, we can do a whole separate conversation. There are supercharged words. Okay? There are definitely some words that have no place ever being spoken. But your basic curse words are a choice. Now, if you think smart people use curse words,
No, sir.
how often have you heard me swear at you guys? I don't have to. I have a better vocabulary than that. I know other words to use. Like knucklehead. Knucklehead? Yeah. Right? So, you have different vocabulary and better words to use, then you don't have to resort to that. Right? Swearing, curse words, and sarcasm. Those are the two lowest forms of communication. So as soon as you hear somebody saying that stuff, you can just let them go, oh, you're one of those. right? And once you identify it, then it makes it a lot easier to understand it. It tends to hurt your feelings a whole lot less. That help?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What did we work on? So we worked on trusting ourselves, right? Respecting our parents. What's another pillar? So we got trust. What's after caring? What did you do this week to work on caring? What did you care about today? Don't tell me yourself. Who else did you care about today? Ooh, real quick one. 10 seconds. Don't tell me your cats. Yes, don't tell me.
Well, it wasn't today, but a couple days ago. Really hard on it.
Thoughts? What? All right, 2 laps. Good, so that's a good way. So a good way to practice caring. Another word for caring. Ooh, let's check vocabulary. Another name for caring. Begins with an E. Kids, answer. Roselle.
Courtesy.
Courtesy that begins with an E. So courtesy is a good one. Alex. Taking care of business. It's a great song. Love it. PTO. Listen to it on the way home. Back choke.
Empathy.
Empathy. Right? Being able to feel for others or being able to put yourself in other people's shoes. So, if you respect yourself, see how we start to play this game? You respect yourself, you will never go to bed without giving at least 5 compliments a day to somebody else. Who thinks they can do that challenge?
Me, sir.
Okay. I didn't see everybody's hand go up though.
Me, sir.
Notice the difference. Right? And I'm not, everybody has a different point, right? Some of you went, some of you went, okay. Some of you went, oh. So what are you telling me right away? I'm going to do it. Well, I'm supposed to do it. Oh, I really don't want to do it. What are the odds it's going to get done if you're the last one? It's not going to get done. You're going to make up an excuse on why it didn't happen. All right? So don't raise your hand. You're better off not raising your hand at all if you're not going to do it. Leader? Not leader. All right? But this could be a leader too. You know what? I know that's too much to ask right now. I'm not going to do it. So I don't want to break my word. So let's try it again. Who can do the compliment game every day for the rest of this year?
Me, sir.
All right. So talk to mom and dad. Let's work on compliments. What is a good compliment? Practice. You got 30 seconds. Go.
Second mind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. 2 laps. All right. Giving compliments is an art form. It must be a black belt in compliments. Okay, so what do you need to do just like everything else? Practice it. All right, so who's got a good compliment? We got Alex. Okay. So I want to hear what the actual compliment would be or whatever you're thinking. Zach.
I like how my dad takes us places even though he's tired.
Okay. I appreciate you driving us even though you're tired. That's a great one. Roosevelt?
I like the glasses.
I like your glasses. Okay, I'm not wearing any, but thank you. I'm kidding with you. All right. Isabel? Oh, there you go. So she added a little bit more to it. So she said, I like your sunglasses because they remind me of, and then you finish the sentence, right? The more specific, the better. So those are all good ones. It's easy to compliment somebody on the outside stuff. I like your hair. I like your outfit. I like your bracelet. So that's a good place to start. Okay? But once you become a black belt at it, you get better. For example, Grandpa, I really appreciate you flying all the way over from China to spend some time with me. That is so special. I will always remember this time together. Anybody give a compliment like that before? Oh, wait a minute. You're showing appreciation. That's when compliments, right? How many of you thank mom or dad, whoever made dinner every night? Not nearly enough hands going up. Who's going to start making dinner now? That's a fun way to do it, right, parents? Hey, you didn't thank me for dinner? Great, you make it tomorrow night. Be prepared for cereal, peanut butter sandwiches, right? But so that's another whole other aspect. But being able to be appreciative. So Mrs. Strecker and I have been dealing with this ourselves, right? And so she's not here, but otherwise I'd have her tell you the story, and you can check with her next week because I don't like talking behind anybody's back. And in fact, we're recording it so she can watch the recording. Her side of the family is always expected. My air quotes again. You don't have to thank your family. Your family does things for you. I strongly disagree. Because we now have 3 boys that don't say thank you. Sometimes. They're 2 of them are pretty good at it. They're working on it. We have to remind them a lot. But the way you are raised is the way that you behave. Right? So that's where it's our responsibility to set those guidelines of what we want and what we expect from and for the kids. So if you don't expect a thank you, right? So Mr. Pye had a really good one the other night when we were talking about respect. Their number 1 respect for their family is we always eat together. I love that one. Right? So every meal, we sit down together. Guess what? Oh, that's cranking. There's no electronics at the table. It's family time. Okay. Guess what? You don't leave until you're dismissed. Oh, wait a minute. Right? There is no, oh, I'm done! And they go running back to their video games. It's like, no, we're sitting, we're having dinner, and when everybody is finished eating, we will get up and take care of everything. That's really old school stuff. Right? That was American raising back in the 40s and 50s. So it's a really fun trait. And now you don't have to go that far with it, but just think about that process. Right? Who has electronics at the table right now? Anybody doing that? Good. Who's going to stop having electronics at the table starting tonight? Good.
Sir.
You don't have to.
Right? So now, here's cool part 2. Parents, not talking to the kids. What are electronics? Little gadgets. Right? Oh, but wait. I'll just put it, Right? So here's a fun little study that we're not going to be able to prove for about another 10 or 15 years. And it's going to be too late then. All right? How was your day?
Mr.
Cool. What'd you do today? That was fun. What am I teaching him right now?
Okay.
This is a lot more important than whatever he's saying to me. Right? And it might be, right? This could be, my work is beeping in and the plant blew up and I've got to take care of this. But then that's something to address. Hey, I need a minute. Good. Get that taken care of. Good. Hey, how was your day today? Whole different relationship. Thank you. Right? But everybody's got these attached to us 24/7. Right? And if they're at the dinner table and every place else, you start teaching the kids. Right? And that's where we said as well. What have I told you guys about my phone? When are you not allowed to text me? You text me whenever you want because I turn my phone off. Right? Sunday, every Sunday, 4 o'clock. Where am I?
Here.
Dinner with mom and dad. I have dinner with my parents every Sunday at 4 o'clock. My phone goes off. We talk for the hour and a half to 2 hours that we have dinner. They're 85 years old. I don't have forever with them anymore. Right? So we develop that skill now with these guys so that way, when they grow up, they pass that on and bring it back to their kids. Important stuff. Cool. Who's taking notes?
You, sir.
I know. We should be writing all this down, right? Stand tall. That's enough talk today. Face for dad. You cry about it. You say, yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
All right. Give us a big hug. Say you're the best parent in the whole universe. Find a partner close to your height and then take a knee. Go. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. I know, that's why everybody goes the same way, so that doesn't happen. That was his fault. Go, let's go, let's go.
Ready, sir?
Come back. What's something you will never catch a leader doing? Walking, sauntering, wandering. I need a partner. Partner. Right? You look at somebody that, hey, what are your partners? Right? You look at somebody, you find them, and you find that partner quick. It's going to help out. Make sense? All right, you got your choke self-defense. All right, so everybody should be facing this way like we always do.
Yeah.
Facing this way with your partner like we always do. I stand tall. Courtesy, yes I can. I can sagging in, say let's be safe. All right, so we've got lots of different belt ranks. So what we are working on is first going to have their hands around your throat. Left hand comes up, step back with the right. Twist to get the hands off of your neck. Elbow strike. Then beginners, you can reach behind the head and roundhouse elbow, and clear. That is for everybody. All right, intermediate, advanced, you guys already know that. But beginners, if you would like to give it a try, do not hit your partner. Everybody say, I have focus. I don't believe you. I have focus. I'm in control. All right, back and forth. You've got 3 minutes. Ready, and go.
Stop.
I heard the shit against the wall.
Stop.
After you should have a warrior yell when you're attacking.
Stop.
Yeah.
Just flat on that.
Stop.
Push. 3. And time. It's Bird say, I am strong. Let's do 10 push-ups together. Go. All right. Now again, when we're working with a partner, we have to make sure that we're a good bad guy when it's our turn. Right? Happy still here on the shoulders. Is he ever going to get an attack like this? So the self-defense isn't going to necessarily work all of a sudden. Right? Is this uncomfortable to do to somebody? Yeah, it's pretty aggressive, isn't it? But we need him to be able to know what it feels like without danger, without threat, so that he can work on the self-defense. Right? Because is the bad guy going to do that? I'm sorry, is this uncomfortable? How about this? Is this okay? No. Right? He's just going to grab, right? And he's got to be able to step, scoop, and clear. Either one. Yep. You got to be able to make sure. So when you're the bad guy, make sure you're putting your hands on their neck. We're not squeezing. We're not choking. Just put them there. 1 more minute. Yes, sir? All right, courtesy bow. Yes, I can. That's it.
Stop.
Yes. Hey. Hey.
Stop.
Yeah.
only one.
Stop! Yeah, come on, yeah. Stop! And time. All right, one person in each group needs a pair of mitts. Bring them back to your team. Go.
Ready, sir?
All right. Probably not ready for the specific because he's getting punched in the back of the head. Hey, all right, take it back, okay? Okay, what's the best way to defeat a bully? What do you think, Brett?
Don't punch them.
Okay. Deb, what do you think?
Use instead of using muscle, use your brain.
Okay, use our brains. Be smart. I like it. Best way to defeat a bully. What skill are we going to use? Begins with a C and ends with confidence.
Confidence.
Okay. So, if somebody's a bully and you step back in guard stance, you think they're going to think twice about what's about to happen? Yes. They're like, oh, wait a minute. I wasn't ready for that. You're supposed to be scared right now. Now, is it okay to feel scared on the inside? Hey, if you feel uncomfortable or scared, that's okay. As long as you look super tough on the outside. And that's why we want to practice our self-defense drills. So we're just going to keep it simple so we can go fast. Whichever side punches right to the nose, he's going to parry and then punch the other side with your key eye. So parry, punch. Good. This one, then parry, punch. Okay. So all we're working on is just getting you comfortable seeing somebody punch at your face and being able to punch back. That's right. All right, hands up. Okay, further, courtesy bow. Yes, I can. All right, whoever has the mitts, you're going to hold them for 1 minute, and then we're going to change as a team. The right side goes back. Guys, hits. Ready? And go. Punch. And then block, punch. PI. Stop. 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 Hands up! Stop! Stop! Yeah! Stop! Figure it out. Stop! Stop! Working together. Your team. Stop! All right. Good. All right. Stop! Stop! All right. Stop! Stop! All right. Stop! Switch! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right side goes back. Guys, hands. Go.
One block.
Always a key eye when you throw your punches. What? Okay, you think it's a good idea to try to show a bully how strong you are? That's when you're going to mess up and you're going to get hurt. So I'm watching a couple of you trying to smack the pad as hard as you can, and you are completely out of control. So does that look like you're brave at that point, or does it look like you're scared? Right? If you're trying to hit something hard, you must be pretty scared of that thing. Hands up in guard. Ready to go again. Done. All right, if you have to swing, and punch. All right, that's not what we're looking for. So let's see, good control. When you parry, okay, whenever the person's punching, we always want to make sure you're crossing the arm in front of the other arm. Why? Right?
Cause if your arm's like this, you can't really.
I'm blocking his other hand from punching me. Some of you are making the mistake. Your face is right in front of that other hand. You're going to get punched twice as hard. You're not going to be ready for it. So whatever hand punches, cross to make sure the other hand is blocked so you should never ever get punched by that other hand. Yes, sir? All right, Miss Runner. There's the bow. Yes, I can. Right side goes back. Our kids. All right. We focus, confident attacks. Go! 1 minute. Stop. Harry, punch, Kia. Up. Stop. Up. 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 Stop. Up. Stop. Up.
You can push it like.
Stop. Stop.
No.
Stop. 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 Stop.
Make it rain.
Stop. Stop. Stop! 4, 3, 2, 1. And say knee. All right, one last thing to put in. Anytime you're doing anything self-defense sparring, your feet must always be in motion. So right now, everybody is standing stationary, letting the person punch and then blocking. This is way too close for somebody to beat. So the attacker should step in and punch, and then slide back. Step in and punch, and then slide back. So that way you're working better distance. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, stand tall, courtesy. Yes, I can. Right side goes back. Back hands. All right, 50 bonus points if you punch your partner in the nose. If you have the pads. Let's not do that. You want to punch? You'd be doing a lot of push-ups. All right, but that punch should be going straight to their nose and coming back. So train as if it were
Real, sir.
All right, say it. Say train if it were real. So everybody say train if it were real. Train. So throw that punch right at your partner's nose under control. 1 minute. Go.
We're not like, don't go on like time. Like, it doesn't take that much force.
What's it?
You're losing much force.
You have been joined. Can't hurt your partner. Everything. You were smacking completely out of control and you missed the mitt and hit her. Not acceptable. Four, 3, 2, 1. Right side goes back. Right hand. Attackers moving in and out. 1 minute. Go. Yeah, set. Balance. 25 push-ups. You wait for it. Push up. All right, well done. Okay, so you got a big group. If you do not have a bow, you're going to have to share because there's only 4 or 5. Okay? If you have your own bow, you're going to grab that. All the mitts and pads go back in the basket. Find a bow, find a spot. Go!
Finish.
Don't want to be directly behind somebody with a bow. You're going to get hit. Find a gap. Nope, keep up the other. Got a big group. Move up. Find a gap. Go sideways. Hey, good. All right, remember it's a right-handed weapon, so your right foot is always forwards. Right hand is palm up, left hand is palm down. You've got a couple people who haven't done this at all before. So make sure you're helping out anybody that needs help. Yes, sir? Okay, so you take the right hand and you point the bow down to the floor. Point the back end forwards and then downward strike. You say 1. And then upwards is 2. Back down is 3. Back side is 4. Front side is 5. Pull back and strike 6. Those are your basic 6 strikes. Count them out as you do them. And then switch the bow to your partner. Go. 2 minutes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good, let's go. Jump back in. Find somebody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Four, 5.
All right, figure 8. So, right hand. Thumb side would be up if you haven't done it before. Thumb down to the left, thumb up to the middle, thumb down to the right. So it becomes a smooth 8 without hitting each other. You always want to make sure your right foot's forward so that you are small. If your feet are side by side, it's where you're going to hit yourself. We don't want dots. Good. Smart thing to do. Back up out of the way. If you're comfortable with forwards, then you also have backwards. So backwards would be swinging up. Forwards is swinging down. Sort of in back. Sure. Okay. Correct. I think of it as you're going backwards right now, you're getting upwards underneath the chin. Up. You're going forwards, you think on top of the head. Bring the left hand back in for a forwards figure 8, 2 hands. Right hand on top. Almost. I'm going to go almost, but I'm going to fall down. Now you got them. Oh. Words two-handed figure eights.
Yeah.
You not want bells to go off your own head. That does not scare the bad guys. Don't do it. That's right. Good. All right, put forward, Roosevelt. There you go. Oops, hands the other way. Almost. Yep. Go ahead. Yes. Put your hands together. Make it easier. Huh? Yep. Go. Yes. Good job. All right. Hand roll. Uh-oh. Remember, the hand does not move unless it slowly is grabbing the bow. If you move your hand early, that's when the bow goes flying. Over and back. Over and back. The left, it won't go anywhere. Left, and put it where it needs to go. I hit all the way up.
So that stays out.
So if your thumb's up, it's going to go all the way to the thumb before it lets go. And then comes down. Now palm down. Then you go back in them.
Practicing.
And here comes with your hand roll. Here comes gravity. Helicopter. All right, they need. Got a little bit of space there, so you need to be a little bit more careful, but we have a bonus for you. Who wants to learn a new trick?
Sir.
Figure eights. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take it, find the correct timing, which I'll show you in a minute, and you put it behind your back and bring it around for a reverse side stretch. So from a vertical figure eight to a horizontal behind the back and around and over the head. Right? So it's one of those things, it's just like your figure eight, it's really confusing, and then when you find it, it clicks. So what's happening, let me face this way because this is what you guys will be doing. I'm here when it's on the right-hand side. That's when it comes behind and around. And hits the target. Enjoy.
It's up.
Play with it. See if you can find it. See where you get stuck. On the right-hand side, put it behind your back, hand to hand, and then up and around and strike. Really cool part. There's really no wrong way to do it. It's a trick.
Yeah. I do my favorite person.
It's awesome. I'll show you by the back. Yep. Bring it back around. Boom. Go friend. Go friend. Go friend. Yes. Right there.
Okay, that's
One more minute. Would you be James?
Okay.
Screen looks good. Nice. Do that again. Do that again. Good job. And whoa, and behind back. Woo woo. Look at you go.
I didn't do that.
Like this, or like this.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah. When I come to her, right, are you right?
If you do it from both. Think about this particular combination. Yes. 30 more seconds. Hands together and figure it. That way you can put it faster. Right foot forward, stretch. Right foot forwards. Right foot forwards. Right foot forwards. Other right foot. Just spin around the back again. Yeah. And there it is. Yeah.
It's not here. It is not fun.
And time. All right, when we're done, you want to set the bow down in front of you so you know where it is and we're going to control. Courtesy bow, yes I can. All right, weapons away, come on back in, let's make a huddle.
Yes, sir.
Couple more minutes, let's finish up. They're coming. Always coming. Always coming. Like you need it. Like your life becomes a father. Huddle. 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 All right. So we got school starting in about 2 weeks for most of you. Right, anybody starting earlier than 2 weeks? Double? Good. When do you guys go back?
We actually go back after Labor Day, but I go back.
Right, when you start work.
Monday.
Monday. Fred, when do you go back?
We start next week.
Okay. That's where a lot of people are starting the 26th. Who's going back after Labor Day? Double people? Okay. Good. So we're going to start working on what are we going to do? People who respect themselves sit correctly. Right knee down, left knee up, both hands on that left knee, sitting tall, back straight. Right? Okay. So what are we going to do this year to make sure it's a successful school year? All right? Definitely got to have confidence. We're going to make a plan right now. We got 5 minutes. Okay, be organized. How are you going to be organized for school? What's the best way to start? The night before. What do you do the night before class every night? What's up? Okay, right. Start packing up your school bag. How about lay out the clothes you're going to wear tomorrow?
Yeah.
Easy way to gain 10 minutes every single morning. Raise your hand. Be honest. If you stood there going, I don't know what I'm going to wear today. Right? It happens. So if you lay it out the night before, you don't have to worry about it. I know it's usually the girls because the boys just like, I know. I can wear that. I know, it's gross, boys. We're gonna work on that too. Right? Starting to match things and make sure we look official and proper. So laying things out the night before. Right? How about meeting deadlines? Do we meet deadlines or do we beat deadlines? So if the assignment's due on Friday, when should it be done?
Wednesday.
I like that. Wednesday, Thursday, right? Thursday at the latest. If you want to make it earlier, that's up to you, but that's another good way to be successful. How about tests? We got a test on Friday. When should I start studying?
As early as
As
possible.
soon as you know about it. Start practicing now. If you practice a little bit every day. Whose room is super clean, by the way? Who's got like a spotless model house room clean? Okay, I trust, but I verify.
Yes.
Parents, really? Trust, but verify. He said yes. I always spot check. So good. All right. So the idea is, how can you keep your room in a very neat fashion so it looks brand new all the time? What's the secret? My mom doesn't let me go outside until it's done because we cleaned it. You guys did it the hard way. If you clean your room 5 minutes every day, guess what? It'll stay clean. But what does everybody else do? Never, right? And then Sunday, Saturday comes around and mom's fed up and says, "You're not leaving till you clean that room." It's like, ugh. And it takes half the day because the room is so messy. Leaders don't let things get that messy. Right? Did you know it was messy? Be honest. Who knows that the room is messy right now? Who knows it could be cleaner? Right? So why isn't it? Why isn't it? Right? You start ignoring it. Maybe it'll just clean itself one day. Right? Leaders always take care of problems before their problems. Good. Who else? What's another trouble spot for school? Homework. When's homework done? It's up to you. There's a couple times. As soon as you get home, you sit down and it's done. Or if you talk to mom or dad, you need a little bit of a break. And then it gets to however your plan is, but you should have a plan for homework. Here's the fun part. What do you do if you don't have homework? You have homework. You either redo something you've already done to practice it more, or read ahead and practice something ahead, or ask mom or dad. You give me some history questions or some math problems or whatever the subject is, and if they're able to help, let them help too. Right? There's nothing wrong with redoing homework. What should you do? What would a leader do if they don't get 100% on a test? Fred, what do we do?
Try harder next time.
That's what the cop-out answer is. I'm going to get straight A's this whole. I did that going into college. I'm going to get straight A's this whole year. Got 1 B. Well, it's just 1 B. That B was okay. Got 1 C. Yeah, but that was like art history class. Who cares about that, right? Starts to get easy to justify and wait for later. What would a real leader do if you don't get 100% on the test? Okay, there's a start. Find out what questions got wrong and what would you do? 2. Don't you guys get your test? Do you still get your test back? Not anymore? And I'm old. In the old days, we had paper. And you actually got your test back with a big letter and a smiley face on it. All right. So yes, ask your teacher to see the test, or how can I know which ones I got wrong? And you go home and you do those over. You take the test until you get 100%. You want to know a secret on why that's important? We have a teacher in the room. Tell me if I'm lying. Right? When you get up into the higher educations, right? High school, definitely. College, absolutely. What you take on quiz number 1 and what you take on quiz number 2 is going to be on the midterm. Yes? It builds. So if you got it wrong on the first quiz and you just ignore it, what's going to happen on the midterm? You're going to get it wrong too. And then what's going to happen on the final? You're going to miss again, right? Now, something that's way ahead of you guys, but I want you guys to be prepared for it. In case you do end up going to college, it was a big eye-opener for me. There are 2 tests. That's your entire grade. Do you face that in any of your classes? 2 tests? That was it? Or just one test?
1 test more.
1 final, yeah. Midterm, 40% of your grade. Final, 60% of your grade. Good luck. Then you sit in class for 8 weeks before the midterm. And then you have to know everything they talked about. And then you sit in class for 8 more weeks. And then you take the final, which is everything from day 1 to the day last day. That's it. There's no bonus. There's no extra credit. There is no smile at the teacher. And get a little, point score or something. Get a plus instead of a minus. That's it. 2 tests. So if you start preparing for that now, they treat every test like it's the last test. I've got to get an A on this one. I've got to do my best. I guess would be a better way. I'd like you guys to get an A. But if it's a, some topics are hard. What's your hardest subject? What do you struggle with the most?
Reading.
Reading. What do you struggle with the most? History. Okay? So we talked a little bit about it. So imagine I was taking a Chinese class and learning Chinese. Pretty easy, right? For you. Right? It would probably be pretty hard for me to learn it. And so I might be struggling with it. So I may not be able to get an A. But as long as you're trying your best and trying your hardest to get that grade, that's a little bit different. So when I say I want you to get an A, I want you to understand what I mean by that. Right? I always mean do your best. I want it to be an A. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Oh, everybody fell asleep on me. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Everybody stand up. 10 jumping jacks. Go. All right, Sadie. Look up. Okay, what else? Got a couple more things real quick. What else we need to do to make it a successful school year? Where do people trip up? Getting things wrong and not correcting them. Right? Wasting time. Right? Getting up in the morning. Right? Not sure what to wear or what to do. What else? Come on. Parents, what do they struggle with? They're lost. It's been summer break. Their brain's over.
I forgot.
I forgot. You forgot what they struggle with?
I forgot. Oh, but
So how do you take care of I forgot? Go over the checklist the night before. What? Checklist? Yeah, checklist. Okay. Why is it important that you have your own karate bag? Roosevelt. Yes. What stuff?
Your all my stuff.
She just gave you the answer. Your karate stuff. That makes sense? Your karate stuff goes in your karate bag? Say yes, sir? All right, should I find your math homework in there? Should I find a sandwich from 3 weeks ago in there? Better not. Man, that'd be yucky. Right? But what's the best way to never forget any of your karate stuff? Keep it in your bag. Right? So if you have different checklists or things, you never forget. How many of you come in class without a belt? Mom, be honest. You forgot your belt one day. Almost everybody's done it at some point. I know, it's pretty shocking, isn't it? You're like, how's that happen? But that's one of the many reasons we want you to have your own bag so you can just grab your bag and go. Now, we're going to have a separate conversation with somebody because somebody's going home without a bag tonight. I just don't know who yet. And you'll figure out what I'm talking about once we bow out. Parents, that's how we take care of mistakes. Somebody didn't take care of their bag, so I took care of it for them. So if your child happened to be missing a bag, have them come see me and we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Where do your bags go? Anybody not know that that's where they go? Everybody knows that, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the only reason to ever not have your bag in a cubby? There isn't one. Yeah. So if possibly they were full, maybe then, but then yes, you would come ask, sir, all the cubbies are full, where should I put my bag?
Yes, sir.
That wasn't the case. This one was left in the middle of the floor right over by the shoes. Uh-oh. And this is the cool part because everybody's training their brains right now. Right? But that's why it's important to make sure that you have your karate bag, your school bag, right? And whatever other stuff you do. What's another activity? Who does another activity besides karate? What do you do?
Soccer.
Soccer. What do you need soccer for? What's your soccer stuff? You need your cleats,
Meatball
shin pads, water bottle, socks,
and soccer ball.
and soccer ball, and don't forget your uniform because if you go naked, it'd be really weird.
You don't have a soccer so in the game.
So that's your uniform. You're welcome. We don't have a uniform. We just have a soccer shirt and shorts. Yeah, it's your uniform. But I know what you're thinking. You don't have like an official like Messi uniform or Ronaldo. Yes, I know. I've been indoctrinated into soccer. Soccer family since the day she was born. Another story, another time. Church. Football. I know that's what it's really called, isn't it? Now, do you mean football, or do you mean soccer, football? You mean soccer, football, or football, football? So American football. Okay, good. That's confusing sometimes. Because we call it soccer, but every other place in the world calls it football. So America. We're the only country that uses or doesn't use the metric system. Because we're better. Anyway, we digress. So, making sure, plan for school. Start planning now. What should you be doing now? Going to bed at what?
School time.
School time. Getting up at?
School time.
Your body needs a week or two to adjust. Spend the next week getting ready. Watch your friends the first day. How many of them are zombies? Summer's over. And you're like, yeah, I can't wait. We get to learn all this cool stuff now. I hate you. You're so happy. Right? So that's what we want to do. Leaders lead. Be the example for the rest of your school. That's the biggest mission for this year. Who thinks they can do that? All right, who's being a leader right now by sitting up tall? Notice what happens, parents? I don't have to pick anybody out. 4 people that weren't sitting straight just suddenly started sitting straighter. That's how we get the behavior that we want without having to yell at people. So it's a very good thing. All right. We covered a lot of stuff today. Now, you want to know the bad news?
What's your name?
You're only going to remember about 20% of what I said today. So, your challenge. We have 4 minutes left in class. You're going to go find mom or dad. You're going to sit down. You're going to go over what you think were the best takeaways about today. As long as you walk out of the room learning one thing, then it's a win. Make sense? It's going to be something different for everybody. You have 3 minutes. I want to hear what it is. Go. Biggest takeaway. Parents, yours as well. What was your biggest takeaway? One more minute. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. 2 cuts. All right. This is what I love about working with you guys. Right? As you give me information, it triggers something else. I've been doing this for 31 years. I didn't come in today with a script. I said, well, I know we're working on respect. Let's see what happens. So, for example, what just happened? Lots of cool little nuggets. All right. What did you say you need to start doing?
I said I have.
I need. You said need.
Oh, I need to go to bed early and wake up early.
Okay, she needs to go to bed early and wake up early. Is that going to happen? No, because she's going to, well, I need to, but my cats got sick. But I had to get my assignments ready. She's a school teacher. Right? But I had to get, right? But, right? Need. I am statements. That's why we're changing the creed. I will go to bed early tonight. That changes everything in your brain when you say things that way. The I wills and I ams are much more powerful than I wants, I needs, and I shoulds. Right? I should go to bed early tonight. Good luck. Right? So we want to make sure. Start listening, parents, to their vocabulary. Try and catch them on it. You ready for a fun one? See if you can catch mom or dad doing it.
So,
Right? So have fun with things like that. All right, got one final. Oh, that's right. Takeaways. Who's got a good takeaway? Vincent.
Thing where we did stuff with the stick.
There we go. The thing that we did the stuff with the stick. That's right. I've been working with Donovan for 8 years now, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Isabel. All right, we'll go there. So let me change it a little bit. That is what I told you guys. What happens is anytime you're speaking, only 20% of the people are listening at any given time. I just don't know which 20% of you are listening. So I have to talk to everybody. So that's why you're only going to remember a little bit. All right? The attention span of a human being lately, parents, guess how long? How many seconds? Almost. About 6 seconds. Human beings have the attention span of a goldfish. No lie. That's what studies are showing. I know what, huh? All right. So Isabel's a good one. So you're gonna remember about 20% if you're not focused and paying attention. I'm gonna show you a little secret on how to get around that one. Need 2 more. Takeaways. Everybody ready to out? The new student creed, the I ams. I am important. I am statements are super important. We're going to be using those forever. Right?
Starting with
Okay, start your school routine now. Leaders, lead. Right? There's very little that we're ever caught by surprise. Sometimes something's out of your control and you weren't prepared for it, but you're already ready to deal with it. Right? Who doesn't know that school starts in about a week? Raise your hand, because we'll fix it right now. Who does know that school starts in about a week?
Me, sir.
So that takes care of the problem, doesn't it? You know it starts. What you're going to do about it is what matters. One more takeaway. Hey. At least, right? Save time, right, by consolidating down. Put your clothes out the night before so you don't have to worry about what to wear. Cool. All right, so Isabel hit a really good one. You're probably going to remember 20%. It's been an hour and a half and we covered tons of stuff. Who wants a super secret way to remember every single thing that I taught you tonight?
Me, sir.
All right. I just so happened to know that there was going to be a lot of gems tonight, so I've recorded this whole session. I'm going to put it up on my cloud server. If you email or message me saying, will you please send me the link, I will send you this link so you can watch this class over and over and over again until you get it all figured out.
So, yes, sir. Thank you.
Now you know the best part?
Yes, sir.
How many people are going to do it?
20%, sir.
About 20% if we're lucky. So do the math. Right? This is what human nature is, and this is what I just want to make you guys aware of, is that process. Everybody walks out here going, wow, that's great, I'm going to do that. And then 2 weeks later, I'm going to go, who messaged me? And everyone's going to go, oh, yeah, I was supposed to. I should have. I needed to. I wanted to do it. I thought about it. I should have. Right? So all those good things. But yes, we want to start recording these so that you guys have that capability and be able to put that together. All right, here we go. Stand tall.
Yes.
New creed. So this is, again, the opportunity. You guys have a chance to try and catch me because I'm learning it just like you guys did. All right? Ooh. See, here's one of those nuggets. Who wants to know a super cool secret?
Me, sir.
We're the first mastery school to be doing this.
Yes.
Okay? So what did I say? Leaders do what? Leaders lead. Mr. Horton talked about this in our staff meeting on Monday. I switched it on Wednesday. Is that being a leader?
No. Yes, sir.
Is two. Right? So that's what right? Would it be easy for me to stand up here and tell you guys what to do if I wasn't doing it? That wouldn't be genuine. That would be dishonest. And it would be disrespectful. Right? So that's why I make sure that I'm always leading the example. So Mr. Horton said, wow, this is really powerful. I said, exactly. Wow, how much better is this? Let's test it. Wednesday night, we tested it in class. You were in class, right? Is that your first class? And we did it on Wednesday night. I recorded it, sent it to Mr. Horton. And he's like, love it. Right? There are 12 mastery schools. We're the first ones to start doing this. Right? So that's why I'm just trying to show you guys. Be a leader, lead. Right? It's by examples. Here we go. So what I meant by catch me is if I say, who are we? It can't be we, can it? What's it supposed to be? Who are you? Here we go. Fish parents. Who are you?
I am a wonderful leader. I am dedicated. I am motivated. I'm impressed to be on this. Yes, I can. So,
Give my dad a super big hug. Say, what can I do for you tonight? All right. Awesome, awesome job. Go enjoy the rest of your evening.